A quick disclaimer about today's story. It in no way reflects negatively on the Biltmore. It is a notoriously haunted hotel, and this is one of our listeners' true experiences. Being a flight attendant, I only see my home for a few days at a time. I've gotten used to hotels and motels, and often it just feels like an extended vacation when I'm on rotation. The following is a true story of mine from about 2 years ago. I had decided to treat myself to a nicer hotel stay because it had been a particularly difficult week in the air. Plus, it was just a quick one-night stay because we were heading back out on another round of flights leaving from Miami the following afternoon. So I had booked a stay at the Biltmore because A, I'm a paranormal fan and knew it was haunted, and B, I've always wanted to stay there because my parents always spent their anniversary there. They always talked about how beautiful it was. I had also booked a massage at the spa because after the week I had, I more than deserved it. When I walked into my room, I was astounded at the beauty. I know, Janessa, it's a hotel room, but the beautiful purple and gold rugs and accent pillows were to die for. The room had gold accents like the faucet handles and light fixtures, and I definitely felt out of place when I rolled my beat-up suitcase up to the foot of the bed. This place, haunted? Hard to believe. Though it has a rich history, it somehow felt brand new. I had about an hour before my deep tissue massage, so I hopped in the shower and threw on some comfy clothes. The shower alone made me feel better, but that massage? To this day, I haven't had one that compares. But this isn't a hotel review, so I won't bore you with more of those details. The massage pretty much put me into a relaxation coma, so I headed back to my room and ordered dinner instead of getting dressed up and going out. Looking back now, I should have checked out after the massage, because the rest of the night was insane. Settling into my bed with my iPad, I checked the flight schedules for the week, set my alarm for 7 a.m., and got under the covers. I found some dramatic movie on TV to drift off to sleep to, and laid back. What felt like minutes later, I was woken up by a sound I couldn't recognize, at least not in the first few moments of being awake. But as I became more aware of my surroundings, I realized it was the shower. The shower was running. There's no way it could be. I know it wasn't left running, because I had used the bathroom multiple times since taking my shower earlier. I was trying to justify it, but there was just no way. I was freaked out, and I don't scare easily. So, after turning the shower off, I sat on the bed on top of the covers, not ready to try to sleep again. I fought sleep for quite a while, scrolling through YouTube and Facebook, catching up on paperwork, but I must have dozed off in the middle of writing an email, because next thing I knew, I was being woken up by the alarm clock blaring. And I mean blaring. My first reaction was to plug my ears, it was so loud. But I had to use one hand to shut it off. Only, it wouldn't shut off. I traced the cord down to the outlet with my free hand and yanked it out of the wall. At that particular moment, I didn't care if they charged me for it. Once the horrible noise stopped, I checked the time. 3 a.m.? Who sets an alarm for 3 a.m.? If the shower didn't convince me, this sure did. I was dealing with the paranormal. There was no other explanation for what I was experiencing. I contemplated checking out of the hotel, but where would I go this late and without a car? It wasn't an option. I didn't have anyone in the area I could stay with. There weren't many options, so I decided to stick it out. Exhausted and trying to stay awake, because clearly sleep wasn't an option, I once again scrolled through social media looking for anything to distract me. I wish I could say that that was the end and I stayed up all night and left in the morning. But about a half an hour later, I was just settling down when a glass flew off the counter and shattered. I don't mean it daintily fell off the edge of the counter either. I mean it flew. There was force behind it. I had had enough. I packed up the few items outside my suitcase and headed out. Obviously, the lady at the front desk was concerned because I was dragging my suitcase behind me at almost 4 a.m. I told her about my experiences, and she nodded understandingly. It wasn't abnormal for people to experience things here. She insisted on switching my room for me and offered me a late checkout. I almost didn't take the room, but I had to try to fit a nap in since my flight left at 2 p.m. Thankfully, that's where I leave you. The new room was just as beautiful and a lot calmer. I was able to catch a nap, but that experience sometimes still haunts my sleep. True paranormal story. Huge thanks to Janessa for this one. The Biltmore is on my bucket list, even after hearing this. Have you experienced any paranormal activity at a hotel? Drop your story in the comments or send an email to the address in the description below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And with that, I'll see you tomorrow, friends.